Hello everyone, this is Crypto BitLaw, here with another blockchain legal brief, and today we're going to discuss how the New York State Assembly recently passed a Bitcoin mining moratorium. But before we dive in, please, if you enjoy this content, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. And with that said, let's jump right on in. Alright, so as we can see here, Decrypt reports that Bitcoin mining moratorium passes vote in New York State Assembly. The New York State Assembly passed a 2-year moratorium on crypto mining activity on Tuesday evening. Now, the bill is headed to the state's Senate. They say, in a 95 to 52 win, the New York State Assembly has voted to pass an act that would place a 2-year moratorium on Bitcoin mining. The bill will now go to the state Senate for another round of voting. Quote, "Thrilled that my bill with Senate champion Kevin Parker just passed in the Assembly as part of the Earth Day package," tweeted Assemblymember Anna Kells, one of the bill's architects. Decrypt has contacted Assemblymember Kells for further comment on the passing of this bill. Though this bill does not propose an outright ban on crypto mining, it would halt mining firms from renewing operating permits if those operations are fossil-fueled. According to the bill, this also means that new permits will not be approved either. Quote, "The Department of Public Service shall not approve a new application for or issue a new permit for an electric generating facility that utilizes a carbon-based fuel and that provides, in whole or in part, behind-the-meter electric energy consumed or utilized by cryptocurrency mining operations that use proof-of-work authentication methods to validate blockchain transactions," it reads. Quote, "Behind-the-meter is a term to describe energy used on-site and is in contrast to front-of-meter, which powers an off-site location. Proof-of-work authentication methods refers to the mechanism a blockchain uses to confirm various operations from simple transactions to minting an NFT. Currently, Bitcoin and Ethereum are the largest proof-of-work networks in crypto. Ethereum is, however, expected to change to a more eco-friendly mechanism called proof-of-stake in Q3 of this year, with the much-anticipated Ethereum 2.0 upgrade. The bill also indicates that the Department of Environmental Conservation will prepare an assessment of the environmental impact of mining operations that use proof-of-work authentication methods to validate blockchain transactions. This assessment would include the number of operations in each state, each operation's energy consumption, the source of that energy consumed, the operation's gas emissions, the impact of the sector on electricity energy consumption, water usage, as well as the effects on public health and economic impacts. Once drafted, the assessment will be made available for public comment for 120 days. Before any of this can begin, the bill must now pass in New York's State Assembly. The bill will then be delivered to Governor Kathy Hochul to be signed or vetoed if passed. Much of the impetus around this bill revolves around concerns that Bitcoin mining is harmful to the environment. Current data from Cambridge University's Center for Alternative Energy estimates that Bitcoin network currently uses 150.66 terawatt-hours of energy to validate transactions per year. This is more than the energy countries like Poland, Argentina, and Belgium use. These concerns are especially relevant to New Yorkers, as the state has set firm climate goals and is also home to a reported 19.9% of Bitcoin's hash rate in the United States. It's unclear how much of this New York-based hash rate is carbon-fueled and would be affected by the tenets of the latest bill. The climate goals laid out in July 2019 include net zero carbon emissions by 2050 and 100% carbon-free electricity by 2040. All right, now what we can see here is, I guess in large part this bill was proposed and voted by a Democratic majority in New York State, and this seems to be a reoccurring theme where traditionally left-wing political advocates are anti-Bitcoin for whatever reason, citing ESG and all of this environmental energy FUD. But the reality of the situation is that, if you do a real deeper dive into Bitcoin mining, the majority of Bitcoin mining in the US is going towards renewable sources, and the demand for energy is spawning a need and an innovation for more efficient ASICs and electronics and greener energy. Actual greener energy production. And so I think what these New Yorkers fail to realize is that if you ban or stifle this type of innovation, it's just going to go somewhere where it's more widely accepted. For instance, someplace like Texas, and those tax dollars and all of the jobs and all of the benefits from that emerging sector will go to that new home that is more receptive to this type of emerging technology. So, I mean, it's a shame New York kind of fell for this, and it's not allowing businesses that are, relying on traditional means to produce the energy required to mine Bitcoin to get to the point where they can innovate and grow in order to spur the type of innovation that is naturally occurring within this industry. So, not good, but to every yin there is a yang, and thank God for places like Texas and more Bitcoin friendly states that can counterbalance this type of retroactive movement in the space. And so hopefully you guys enjoyed this content. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We'd appreciate that. And with that said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you all in the next video.